Welcome to the WorldSkills UK Engineering webinar in Industrial Electronics. We're going to try to do our best to help you through the process, and hopefully you realise what a value this experience will be for students and staff alike. My name is Steve Williams. I'm one of the WorldSkills UK Industrial Electronics judges.
My name is Clive Mance, and I'm also a WorldSkills Industrial Electronics judge.
Okay, first of all, if we start talking about the competition stages, stage one would be to review the competition information and guidance materials.
Stage two, register online from the 1st of March 2016 to the 7th of April 2016.
Stage three, use the competitive preparation resources, including the Dropbox folder, complete the pre-competition task and prepare for the regional heat. This is really very, very important that you make sure as competitors that you use this facility, because a lot of this is pre-competition work and is vital to the success of the competition.
Stage four is then to take part in regional heats.
And stage five, the competitors who achieve the highest score across the regional heats will be invited to compete in the UK final to be held in November. This really is sort of the highlight of the whole competition. A fantastic experience for staff and competitors alike. In fact, as a college, we take our students up on a visit to look at this competition, and we found it to be incredibly motivational for the students.
Yeah. Also remember that there will be 4 days of Altium software training as well, so that will be built into it as well.
Okay, so you may be asking yourself, what skills do I need? Am I up to doing this? So I'm sure there would have been a conversation had with college lecturers who may have nominated you for this. That dialogue, I think, is very useful when it takes place. So what we found is, by the use of professional electronics tools, test instrumentation, stuff that you'll use in your day-to-day works, and things like oscilloscope, CAD design, software, all the things that you would be using as part of your technical studies. It's a matter really of mastering those techniques.
Yeah, also computer design of electronic circuits, and of course programming with C, which is using embedded systems technology. Also developing, testing and building electronic circuits, and that's going to enhance your problem solving skills, because to be able to actually develop and then to be able to build, test, make sure it works to the specification that you've been given is quite a useful skill for later on in your career.
Yeah, very key. Certainly if you're an apprentice working within a company, the problem solving skills that you would be using day to day transfer into this competition really, really well. What will be tested?
Well, first thing is assembly and build a project, and that assembly will be for most of the common electronic components that are around. There will also be design and measurement, because of course being able to measure against known parameters within an electronic circuit is vital. There will also be a test of your electronic fundamentals, so that you can actually reinforce the practical with a theory element, and that will cover both analog and digital electronics. And then finally there will be a C programming task, where you will look at highlighting errors or things like that on a specific designed board.
Okay. Altium license. Altium, a software company, will support this competition throughout the whole process. You get very generously given access to an Altium license. I would strongly recommend that you spend some considerable time developing these skills. It will set you in tremendous stead for the NEC competition, and not only that, it will add another skill into your skill set of using different sorts of software design. The Altium software is industry recognized, is a very sort of high-end product and allows you to make 3D model of the product as well. All of the information that you would need to get this, you'll be given a Dropbox by email to access that Dropbox to get the information that you need. And once again, I would only sort of reinforce it's very, very important that you use that Dropbox. You will be asked to create a schematic as part of the whole process. So turning up to the competition, you should have that pre-competition work in place, and that gives you some marks. So you can guarantee some marks before you actually get to the NEC if you do the pre-competition work.
One thing you need to be mindful of, though, with the Dropbox and with the Altium license is that, of course, sometimes it can be marked up as spam. So please, if you think that you may be missing something or it comes up, mark it as not spam, but check that any information coming from WorldSkills UK actually doesn't hit your spam folder and actually gets into your inbox. So check that as well.
So, how to prepare? First of all, if I do a couple, you do a couple. Read the competition brief. Very, very important that you read that brief. It's best to be prepared so you know what's going to be ahead of you. Read the competition rules, which is also vitally important, making sure you are highly aware of everything that's expected of you. Practice using past test pieces, and those will be available on the link there that you can see on the screen.
Yeah, another important thing when you're doing this competition or anything along these lines is to make sure that you manage your time. It's already been alluded to that the preparation, the pre-competition task is vital, and that's a part of time management. And to make time to actually prepare yourself to produce what's necessary before the competition starts really does give you the opportunity to get ahead of the game, and of course allow you a better time management. Okay, you are going to be preparing schematic diagrams, and you're going to be doing tests and things, and those will need to be put on a memory stick or a memory device, and you bring a copy of that to the actual competition as well. So of course that will be handed into the judges. The judges will be able to see the work that you've done previously, which of course is going to help you on the day.
Some contact details there on the screen for you. Centre's contact details, important to be in touch with them, and the WorldSkills UK contact details, quite important to make sure you've got all of those contact details saved. Benefits of competing. You can see there on the screen there's a number of things that are highlighted from my perspective. I'm sure Clive will add some.
Yeah, I think we can probably draw off our own personal experiences of where we've had a young man who was a competitor actually get to the finals at the NEC, and off the back of his work with the Industrial Electronics competition, now has a full-time paid employment in a local engineering company, and the owner of the company could see the obvious talents that this young man had and how the competition had raised his technical abilities. So of course there are real life successes to come from actually attending the competition.
Also, I think linking this competition to the co-learning, whatever that co-learning may be, from the teaching perspective, it produces a highly sort of motivational platform for the students to get involved with. When they can see the potential outcomes of all the work that they're doing on their day-to-day course, and they can see the relevance of why they're doing it, and they've got this platform to be competitive, it only adds value to the whole learning journey of those individuals. The benefits for staff as well are are phenomenal. It gets us involved, gets us out of the classroom, gets us meeting with industry, and I think you will find a lot of that happening if you, as a teacher, a lecturer, get involved with this whole process. It's a win-win all around. And a thank you to the sponsors, Premier Media Solutions,
Text Design.
Yeah. And we really hope that you will enjoy your journey through the WorldSkills. We've seen people come in at the start, come out at the end. The journey has been phenomenal, and how they have grown as individuals is quite remarkable. So thanks for your time.
Yes, thank you very much.